Check, baby. Check, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's up? There we go. Looks like we're live. I like being live. I'm not going to lie to you. So, see if I can get the shadow off my face here. Let's get that sexy microphone in the frame a little bit. And let's break down some stuff. Hey, Margaret, how are you? Rand St. John, welcome, my friend. All right, I'm trying to tag people, but you guys already came. So, one of the most powerful things you can do to grow and leverage and scale and just basically improve your position in the marketplace is partnerships. Hey, Margaret, once again. Hey, Margaret. Partnerships are amazing. I will share some what I'd call anecdotal results with you from 2 partnerships that I've recently done. And partnerships, by the way, don't have to be, hey, let's you and me team up and build a whole business that takes us, 3 years or whatever, right? It doesn't have to be that. That can be very cool too, if done correctly, of course, right? I mean, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Who else? You guys, there are so many examples, hey, Bob, of the visionary type and the executor, the CEO and the COO, right? That kind of thing. So those can be great, but that's not even what I'm talking about for you guys here on this live stream, in this space, doing your coaching thing, trying to make great money while serving people at a high level. Here's what's going to happen. If you get the privilege, now, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, hopefully you've heard my analogy of what it's like to do your organic marketing. It's like going into a room every morning that has a bunch of pulleys and levers and knobs and pedals and steering wheels. And you have to guess what combination of those things will create a client for you, right? So you're in there all day and you're stepping on pedals and you're pulling levers and you're twisting, you get the idea. It's very hard to predict what organic marketing actions, and the same with paid actions, really, unless you really, really, really either get good at paid yourself or you get someone who's good at it for you, which if what appears to be true is true, most people who handle paid ads for you can't even guarantee results, or they guarantee them, but they don't get them. So my point is this: client attraction is an important and very hard to sort of master kind of thing, right? So my point here is this: if you are fortunate enough and you put in the work, and it's not fortunate as much as you've got to put the time in, you've got to dedicate yourself. But if you get to the point where you are getting clients through your organic efforts, then the next challenge will most likely be this. And this is where so many people make such a big mistake. Now, if you don't know, I'm all about personal branding. And I'm all about personal branding as it differs from marketing. Now, you may say marketing, branding, same thing, same animal, whatever, same part of the same equation. Yes and no. Now, here's the thing. If you are a service provider, you have a life-changing whatever, product, service, offer, coaching, mentorship, and you focus on marketing in order to bring more people to it that then convert to customers, what happens is by necessity, you become very linear in your thinking. You become very trajectory based in your thinking, right? In other words, you're getting better and better, hopefully, at the refinement process of going out and getting a client and bringing them to you. Okay? That's marketing. Maybe you get lucky and you learn how to go out and get 5 clients and bring them to you. That's marketing. And most of us are told to get better and better and better at that. I argue that you should get better and better and better at developing your personal brand. Why? Well, there are so many reasons, but one of them is that, guys, a brand is a far more emotionally compelling thing than a marketing strategy. Okay. Now I've got a method to my madness here. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Ethan. There's a point that I'm going to make here, and it's an important one. So the title of this live stream is Why Your Partnerships Don't Work and What You Can Do to Change It, right? The reason I chose partnerships today is because partnerships, short ones, JV partner, affiliate partner, mutually beneficial, mutual beneficiary relationship kind of a thing. These are very powerful. And so we talked about how difficult it is to even get a client, right? I mean, it takes work. And then we talked about if you're lucky, you might get to the point where you're getting, and I shouldn't call it luck. It's like if you put the time in, if you really do the work, that you're getting clients, right? But you're still going out and pulling them to you like a tugboat. Marketing teaches you how to be a better tugboat, right? So you go out, you pull some clients in. You go out, you pull some clients in. Branding teaches you how to be a lighthouse that all the tugboats can see from miles around and they come to it. All the clients can see from miles around and they come to it. Branding is far more holistic than marketing. Branding is how you flip that switch from going out and getting a client to having clients come to you. And branding gives you so many more opportunities. So partnerships is the topic today, and here's how it ties in. If you're fortunate enough to create a system that is good enough to Andrew Lawrence, hey, this guy keeps kicking my butt at Words with Friends. It's embarrassing. If you're fortunate enough to figure out a way to attract clients to you and you subscribe to the marketing mindset, all you'll ever do is get better and better at being a tugboat. If you pay attention to branding instead and you do it well, you become a lighthouse, attracting to you. When you get there, you are now in a position where, should you want to, you can start to think about different kinds of partnerships. So let me share with you just some anecdotal things that have happened for me in the last 20 days, 15 days. Yeah, 15 days or so that are a direct result of my switch in thinking from marketing to personal branding. I was invited to judge a speaking competition early in middle of November. This only happened because I was focusing on building my personal brand, right? Thank you, Lisa. Had I only been focused on marketing my services, I would not have gotten this person's attention, because this person who invited me was not a client. She was not somebody I would look at as a client. In fact, if you were small-minded, you might call us competitors. I now call us collaborators. But you get the point? So our paths likely would not have crossed in any meaningful way, and she certainly wouldn't have thought to herself, I'd like him to come and judge my speaking competition, because I would have only been focused on getting better and better at attracting a client. That is a laser focus where it is possible to shift your perspective and have a broad focus. So I went to judge this speaking competition. I went on my own dime. And as a result of going, meeting people, getting that extra sort of social proof and credibility and exposure, as of now, effortlessly, I think it was $14,000 I attracted to me in new business, just from putting that out there. That I didn't sell anything, meaning I didn't go through a sales process for anything with this. I am also, I made some powerful connections. One for a podcast where I will just provide content, and the podcast channel creator will do everything else, which is perfect for me. One for a video studio where I can fly guests in to do high level interviews in a very professional environment. So that's a lot of ROI, right? And that never would have happened if all I was focused on was marketing, 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 right? Get it? If I was focused on marketing instead of elevating me as a personal brand where more people can see me and more people can decide if they like me or not, and I'm building awareness of me versus trying to sell my product. The following week, I went to, no, I guess it wasn't the following week. Okay, so that's one example. It's made me, what we like to say in this space, multiple 5 figures, right? And it didn't go with the intent of making money. I went with the intent of having fun, having a fun trip that would grow my business, that would help me, and that I could serve other people. And I did that. And as a result, many thousands of dollars rolled in effortlessly. But that's because I focused on my personal brand. So another thing is and this is where the partnership idea comes into play. This is what I want you guys to understand. Because I'm focusing on elevating me as a personal brand and creating awareness of me based on my value, my personality, my beliefs, all the things that comprise my personal brand, I can now reach out to other people who have big audiences, who have opportunities for me, and I can suggest, hey, can I do a training into your group? Hey, how would you like to do a JV? Do you have anything that I can promote for you? Right? And then I can take a percentage of those things. And this is very important because when you're just a service provider focusing on refining the marketing for your product, what happens is, unless you can make the transition successfully into paid advertising to a cold audience, you will burn your audience out on your offer. So let's make this much simpler. I got really windy today and roundabout, and I was long talking today, and I apologize. Here's the thing. You have a widget maker. You want to sell it. If you're a marketing focused person, you just focus on getting better and better at bringing people to the widget, right? If you're branding focused, you get better and better at raising your profile. And as a result of that, people come to find out more about you and then discover that your widget solves their problem and they buy your widget. However, the branding avenue it opens up more opportunity for partnerships of different kinds. The marketing opportunity does not open those up for you, because you're focused not on partnerships, not on collaboration, not on where you can team up. You're focused on getting better and better at the marketing process that sells your widget. So in the last month, I have reached out to and booked 7 different partnership JV beneficiary relationship type setups. I've done free trainings into other people's groups. I am promoting friends and colleagues products that are comparable or compatible to my own, that complement it. And let's see. So those so far, I've done the first one. I set these up out into the future, of course, because you can't just slam a whole bunch of things together. So the first one has already been a $8,000. So I want you to pay attention here. That's about $14,000 so far in from a free opportunity to judge a speaking competition where I wasn't going in with the intent to even make money. 1 free training with no real pitch into a friend's mastermind group that has made about $8,000 so far. So what's that? $22,000. You see what I'm saying? You can't see it, but I've got a calendar here with my future joint venture and other partnership opportunities scheduled out on it. Now, I don't know what they'll bring, but I do know this. While I'm going behind the scenes and doing high value things for other people and getting whatever comes my way, I'm giving my audience a chance to rest from a constant offer from me for what I do. Does that make sense? So I let my audience breathe. I build up value with them. You guys, you are them, by the way. I'm not constantly in marketing offer making mode. So I'm not burning you out. I'm giving you tons and tons of value, letting you decide if when I make an offer, you want it. And meanwhile, behind the scenes, I'm doing these partnership ideas that are bringing me thousands and thousands of dollars. You have heard of the value of partnerships, without a doubt, I'm sure. And if you've tried them and you're not able to get traction on them, here's your problem. You're thinking in terms of marketing and not branding. If you think in terms of branding, which is raising your value and your profile in the larger marketplace, one of the inevitable end results is that people who have audiences that could value or give you value will be more inclined to trade, share, and otherwise partner up with you. Does that make sense? Are we tracking this? If your focus is on marketing, you're going to get better and better at selling that widget. Hopefully, that's the best case scenario. And if you're also fiscally smart, you'll save a bunch of your money and then you'll jump into the world of paid advertising. If you make that jump, which most of us don't survive that jump, by the way, then and only then do you have the chance of growing, a high dollar widget sales endeavor. However, if you focus on building your brand, now you can reach out to other people and say, how can I add value to you? How can we do an exchange of value? You can partner up with people. And if you've tried to partner up without paying attention to your reputation and your brand, that's why your partnerships aren't working. You have nothing to offer. Do you get it? You've got to build something to offer. And if you're focused on marketing your widget, there's no offer or no value for other people in your space there. There's only potential offer to the person you sell the widget to, potential value. Is this making sense? I want to know, you guys, is this making sense to you? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the shift in thinking that will allow you to scale much more quickly, to share other people's audiences in a way that benefits you both, to not burn your audience out by constantly making your offer in different ways, to keep your work interesting? Unless you're a passionate marketer, I will tell you, marketing is a huge part of your business, but it is not fun and sexy and interesting for most of us. For most of us, it is tedious and anxious and anxiety causing, right? Good, Lisa. I'm glad you're tracking. So what I want you to understand is making the shift to thinking of yourself as a personal brand from marketing your service, selling that widget at a better and better level. It may even take a little longer, but once you get that level of recognition and brand authority, you have a massive amount of doors open up for you, appear and open up. Whereas with marketing, if you're lucky, the one door you've been focusing on gets bigger and easier to open. That's your best outcome. So the reason that your partnerships aren't working is because you're not thinking of yourself as a personal brand. What you can do to give yourself the benefit of partnerships is to start thinking of yourself as a personal brand. If this makes sense to you, I want you to understand that when you're ready, I am arguably the best person there is to help you develop your personal brand. And not from a website logo, pick the colors that reflect your soul, kind of frankly horse shit. It's not horse shit. There's value to that stuff, but not until you've established the trust with an audience. So that's where I help. I show you how to build that audience. I show you how to grow it. I show you how to establish trust with it. And I show you how to position yourself to them as the powerful authority figure. When you do that, then other high-level people start to see you as someone who's who can possibly provide a value exchange. And those value exchanges can become massively lucrative. Now, mine are still very small time, if I'm being honest. Making a few $1,000 from a partnership is great. Making $10,000 or $20,000 from a partnership is great. But I will tell you, the guy who is my mentor, the guys who are my mentors, they do JV partnerships that make both people $200,000 over the course of 2 weeks. You know, they do JV partnerships that make $500,000. And they are always telling me that that's still small potatoes. So my point is, you'll never get there if you only focus on your marketing of yourself and your product. You can get there if you focus on building the brand. And I can help with that. There's no real call to action today, just to let you know when you're ready to stop screwing around and get serious and really exponentially create value in your business and for other people. I can help you. I can help you with that in a way that will just blow your mind. So, no pressure today, no call to action today. I'm not selling anything on this one. But when you're ready, I can help you to radically shift your thinking and your business so that 2020 becomes hands down your best year. Okay? All right. That's it for today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'll see you tomorrow.